Hello guys, welcome to the Hava Lab. My name is Babatunde Arolo, and today we're going to be talking about fraction and division. Okay, so what this means is we're going to be dividing fractions, right? So based on the name, we're going to be dividing fractions. And so what I want to do in this is the first step I want to do in this kind of question is I want to identify the operator I'm using, right? We already identified that as the division sign, right? So we're going to be working with division, okay? So let's plug in put in this question. This is 7/9 divided by 8 over 15, right? And so the next step is I want to change this division to multiplication because most times it kind of gets confusing when people are working with division only, right? Division is just so so we just want to work with multiplication because multiplication, who doesn't want to? Feel me? So we want to work with multiplication because like it's easier and it's more better. More people use it and yeah. Okay, so this is 7/9, and then for us to change this to a multiplication, we have to find the reciprocal of the fraction, right? So fractions basically means numbers that has a numerator and a denominator. Like this is a fraction, 7/9 is a fraction, 8/15 is a fraction, because they have a top number and a bottom number, right? And so to find the reciprocal of this fraction, right, we're gonna have to look at so to know first off to know the fraction to be reciprocated, we're gonna have to look at the number behind the division sign. Right, in this case, the number behind the division sign is 8/15, right? So we have to reciprocate that. We have to take the number at the bottom and put it at the top, and whatever is at the top, we'll put it at the bottom, right? So that's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna do it here. We're just gonna do it here because this is the number behind the division sign. So we're gonna, based on that, we're just gonna change it to multiplication straight times 15 over 8, right? So we're going to ask ourselves what number is common between the numerator that's also common between the denominator, right? So we're going to look at each number at the bottom and ask ourselves which one of them are common between the number at the top, right? So this is 9. Let's start with 9. 9, we're going to ask ourselves what number is common between 9 and 7. Can 9 divide 7? Is there any number common between 9 and 7, right? So based on if you check 9 can't divide 7 without a fraction, right? It can't divide 7 without having like a remainder or whatever. So this is out of the picture for now. So let's check 9 and 15. Right? We're gonna ask ourselves what number can divide 9 that can also divide 15. Okay. What number do you think can divide 9 and can also divide 15? 3, right? Because 3 is a factor of 9 and 3 is also a factor of 15, right? So, okay, so we can say 7 divided by 9 divided by 3 times 15 divided by 3 all over 8, right? So this is 7 over 9 divided by 3 is what? 3, right? 3 times 15 divided by 3 is what? 5, right? This is 5 over 8. So basically what we're doing now is we're kind of breaking it into the simplest form it can be, right? Because that's what is even being asked in the question. Write your answer in the simplest form. So we're going to reduce it to the lowest form this equation can ever be, right? So we're done with 9 here. We managed to reduce it to a 3, right? So let's go for the next one, which is 8. We're going to ask ourselves, what number is divisible by 8 that can also divide 7 at first? There are no common factors, first off, because 8 is an even number and 7 is an odd number, right? So there shouldn't be any, it shouldn't divide each other without a fraction. Okay, so that's not going to go anywhere. And since it's not going to go anywhere, we just leave it as it is. 8 and 5 is still the same thing. 5 is an odd number, 8 is an even number. And they can't divide each other without a remainder. So we're just going to leave it as it is. So the next step is we're going to multiply whatever's at the top divided by whatever's at the bottom, right? So we're going to say 7 times 5 divided by 3 times 8, right? 7 times 5 equals what? 35, right? So it equals 35 divided by 24, right? So 35 divided by 24. Since we're based on what we've done before, we know that there's nothing common between 35 and 24, right? So we can just put that in. This is going to be the simplest form it can be in. Okay, so let's put that this is 35 divided by 24. Let's check that. Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much for watching the video. I really hope it helped you out and have a nice day.